First John chapter 3, verse 9, we read, "Whosoever is born of God." And unless we've been born of God, we're not saved. To be born of God means we've received an eternal soul, and in our new eternal soul, we never want to sin. There's a tremendous difference in the lifestyle of a true believer from someone who is not a true believer. We can try our best to do the will of God and not at all be a true believer. The Bible says whoever is born of God, that's in his soul existence, we're born of God, his seed remaineth in him, that is Christ. He's identified completely with Christ, and he cannot sin because he's born of God. In our soul existence, in our new soul, we cannot sin. And that makes a powerful impact upon my body. I still have a body that lusts after sin. But if I'm living as a personality, soul and body, before I was saved, both soul and body, I'm in agreement. I like this sin or that sin, or I look at the Bible this way or that way. I'm in agreement. But at the moment of salvation, there's a tremendous difference in our personality. Because in our new soul, we cannot sin. That means that because we are an integrated personality, the moment that we begin to let our body draw us into sin, in our soul, we're terribly violated. We feel terrible. If we tell a falsehood, if we begin to get angry at somebody, and there's really, I still can't figure a cause for getting angry at anybody but me. I find anytime I get angry, how did I blow it? I mean, this is wrong. Oh Lord, have mercy. And I look back in my life a little tiny bit, and I see why I became angry. It's because I was selfish, or because I was offended, or because it never is a good reason to be offended, to get angry. It is sin. And in my soul, I don't want it. And that should be the nature. That is the nature of every true believer, that we will not countenance sin in our life. We will stumble like David stumbled very badly, but boy, you read all that he wrote as God gave him words to say in Psalm 51 and so on. You see, he was in a terrible spiritual trouble because of his sin, and should be the expectation of each one of us when we sin. Well, now we have time. Do we have time for one more sign? I don't think so. I think we've just come to the end. We're going to, in our next study, we're going to look at 4 more signs, not quite in as much detail as what we're giving in these first 3 signs, but I would like to go through all 7 of these signs so that we can see it isn't just the numbers of the Bible. The numbers of the Bible just corroborate. They lock it in. They all fit with these signs, perfectly with these signs. But the signs themselves, we can see all around us. We can see many of the things and the last 4 signs, we're going to see more evidence that with our own physical eyes as we look at the signs of the end.